Hello, everyone. I'm excited to welcome you to today's presentation. Today, we're diving into your first smart home, a step-by-step guide. And yes, you heard that right, transforming your home in under an hour. In this session, I'll walk you through simple, practical steps to turn your house into a smart home, covering everything from choosing the right devices to setting them up seamlessly. So, let's get started and make your home smarter together. Let's take a closer look at what a smart home actually is. Essentially, it's a living space where various devices are connected through Wi-Fi or dedicated apps, allowing us to control things like lights, locks, and speakers easily. These devices are designed to work together seamlessly, giving us a more integrated home experience. One of the key advantages is the ability to control everything remotely, whether you're at work or on vacation. Plus, voice control has become incredibly popular. Think of saying, "Alexa, hey Google," or Siri, to manage your devices hands-free. Now, why does all this matter? Well, smart homes offer real benefits. They make daily life more convenient, save energy by optimizing usage, and enhance security through smart locks and surveillance systems. Overall, smart homes are about creating a more comfortable, efficient, and secure environment, all controlled easily from your fingertips or your voice. All right, let's talk about the first step in this process, defining your goals and setting a budget. This is really the foundation of any successful project. So I want you to ask yourself, what problem am I actually trying to solve? Is it security? Maybe laziness? Or perhaps I'm looking to cut down on energy bills? Clarifying this helps us stay focused and avoid getting sidetracked. Next, think about your budget. Start small. Around $100 to $300 is a good range for most initial setups. It's smart to begin modestly so you can test what works before investing more. And when it comes to devices, prioritize just one or two key items that will make the biggest difference. You don't need to do everything at once. Focusing on a couple of essential devices allows you to learn, adapt, and expand gradually. Remember, defining your goals and budget up front keeps your project manageable and aligned with what you really want to achieve. It's the first step toward a successful, sustainable setup. Now that we've looked at the basics, it's time to consider your ecosystem choice. This is a crucial step because it affects how all your smart devices will work together seamlessly. If you're an iOS user, Apple HomeKit is a great option because it integrates smoothly with your iPhone and other Apple devices. For Android users, Google Home offers excellent compatibility and a user-friendly experience. If you're looking for a versatile, all-in-one solution, Amazon Alexa works well across many different devices and brands, making it very flexible. A quick pro tip: I always recommend sticking to one ecosystem whenever possible. This helps avoid compatibility issues and simplifies setup and management. Think of it like choosing a language for your smart home. Sticking to one makes everything communicate better and reduces headaches down the road. Remember, the key is to pick what fits best with your existing devices and your comfort level, so your smart home experience is smooth and enjoyable. All right, now we're at step 3. Set up Wi-Fi and the hub. This part is crucial because a strong, reliable Wi-Fi connection is the backbone of your smart home. You want to make sure you have good coverage throughout your space, so I recommend checking your signal strength in different rooms. If you notice weak spots, adding Wi-Fi extenders can really help ensure everything stays connected smoothly. Next, you'll want to plug in your hub, whether it's an Echo, Nest, or HomePod. This hub acts as the central brain, coordinating your devices and making your smart home feel seamless. But don't worry if you don't have a hub. Many smart devices are designed to work independently, so you can start small and expand over time. Overall, setting up your Wi-Fi properly and choosing whether to use a hub or not will set a solid foundation for everything else to work efficiently. It's all about creating a reliable, connected environment so your smart home can truly shine. Now let's move on to step 4, starting with smart lighting. This is a great way to begin automating your home because it's simple and highly effective. You have two main options here: smart bulbs like Philips Hue or smart switches such as those from TP-Link. With smart bulbs, You simply screw them into your existing fixtures, connect them to your app, and then you can control each bulb individually or as part of a group. It's a very flexible setup, especially if you want to customize lighting in different rooms or create ambience. On the other hand, smart switches replace your traditional switches, giving you the ability to control the existing bulbs through an app or voice commands. It's a more integrated solution if you prefer to keep your current fixtures but want the convenience of automation. Once you've installed and connected your smart lighting, the next step is to assign each bulb or switch to specific rooms in the app. This way, you can control entire areas instead of individual lights, making your automation more intuitive. And speaking of voice commands, let me show you how seamless this can be. For example, I can just say, "Alexa, movie mode," and instantly the lights dim, the blinds close, and the environment is set for a perfect movie night. It's all about making your home smarter and more responsive to your needs, tying back into our overall goal of creating a more comfortable, automated living space. Now, moving on to step 5, adding smart plugs. These devices are a really simple way to control your non-smart appliances, like lamps or coffee makers, without having to replace them. The setup is straightforward. Just plug the smart plug into an outlet, then connect it to your Wi-Fi network using the app on your phone or tablet. Once connected, you can easily schedule when these devices turn on or off, making your home more convenient and energy efficient. A quick safety reminder: never leave appliances on when you're not around. Smart plugs help you manage that easily, giving you peace of mind. If you have a smart home hub, like an Amazon Echo or Google Home Hub, you can connect your smart plug to it. This allows you to control your devices with simple voice commands, like saying, "Alexa, turn on the bedroom fan." It's all about making your home smarter and more responsive to your needs. Now moving on to step 6, securing your home. This is a crucial part of protecting what matters most. To start, let's talk about some starter devices that can make a big difference. A video doorbell, like Ring or Nest, allows you to see and communicate with visitors even when you're not home. It adds a layer of security and peace of mind. Next, a smart lock, such as August, gives you the ability to control access remotely. You can lock or unlock your door from anywhere, which is handy for letting in trusted visitors or service providers. Indoor cameras are also a vital component. They help you monitor the inside of your home and keep an eye on things whenever you want. Overall, these devices aren't just about technology. They're about creating a safer, more connected home environment. By integrating these tools, you're taking meaningful steps to enhance your security and protect your loved ones. All right, let's move on to step 7, automate climate and energy. One of the most effective ways to do this is by using a smart thermostat, like Nest or Ecobee. These devices learn your schedule and preferences, helping to optimize your home's temperature without you having to think about it. If you have an old thermostat, replacing it with a smart one is a smart upgrade. You can set programmed schedules that match your daily routines, ensuring your home is comfortable when you need it and saving energy when you don't. The great news is that installing a smart thermostat can typically save you between 10 and 20% on your energy bills. That's not just good for your wallet, but also a step toward reducing your overall energy consumption. So, integrating smart thermostats is a simple yet powerful way to automate your climate control, making your home more efficient and environmentally friendly, all while saving money in the long run. Now, let's move on to step 8, creating routines. This is where we start making our smart home truly work for us by automating common scenarios. Think of routines as preset commands that can be triggered with a single tap or voice command. For example, you might have a good morning routine that turns on the lights and opens the blinds to start your day, or an away mode that turns off all the lights and activates the cameras to keep your home secure while you're away. And then there's the movie night routine, which dims the lights and closes the blinds, creating the perfect ambience for relaxing. The key here is to identify the everyday actions you do and combine them into these routines so your smart home can handle them seamlessly. This not only adds convenience, but also enhances your home's efficiency. Remember, routines are a powerful way to connect all your devices into a cohesive system, making your home smarter and more responsive to your lifestyle. So, take some time to think about what routines would make your daily life easier and start creating them. Now, let's talk about some troubleshooting tips and pro advice to keep your smart home running smoothly. First up, Wi-Fi issues can be a common hurdle. To avoid connectivity problems, try limiting the number of devices connected to your network at any one time. This helps prevent congestion and keeps everything running seamlessly. Next, when it comes to privacy, it's essential to stay proactive. Enable two-factor authentication whenever possible. This adds an extra layer of security. Also, make sure to regularly update your device firmware, as these updates often include important security patches. On the security front, I recommend being cautious about the brands you choose. Avoid unknown or untrusted brands because they might lack the necessary security features or updates. Sticking with reputable manufacturers helps protect your devices and your data. Finally, when expanding your smart home, do it gradually. Add a few devices each month rather than all at once. This approach allows you to troubleshoot any issues early on and ensures your network can handle the new additions without stress. All these tips tie back to our overall theme of creating a smart home that's not only convenient, but also secure and reliable. By following these best practices, you'll be well on your way to a smarter, safer home environment. All right, now let's wrap things up with some key do's and don'ts to keep in mind. First, on privacy pitfalls, it's crucial to avoid using default passwords on your devices. These are well known and easy for others to guess, so always personalize your passwords for better security. Also, be mindful about where you place indoor cameras. Never position them in private spaces like bedrooms or bathrooms, as that can invade privacy and lead to security issues. And when choosing third-party apps, steer clear of sketchy or untrusted sources. Stick with reputable ones to protect your data. Moving on to technical mistakes, overloading your Wi-Fi network is a common pitfall. Remember, a good rule of thumb is to keep it under 20 to 25 devices connected at once to ensure smooth performance. Don't forget to use surge protectors for your smart plugs. They're a simple safeguard against power surges that can fry your devices. And be cautious about mixing incompatible ecosystems. Trying to connect devices that don't play nicely together can cause more headaches than benefits. Now let's talk about wasted spending. It's tempting to jump straight into buying complex or high-end gadgets, but starting small, think smart bulbs or plugs, lets you get comfortable and expand gradually. Also, be wary of bargain security cameras. Often, they lack the features or reliability you need. Lastly, if you prefer controlling your devices with your phone, skip investing in voice assistants. They're useful, but not necessary if your main control method is your smartphone. Remember, these tips are about being smart and intentional with your smart home setup. Ensuring security, functionality, and cost-effectiveness all go hand in hand. If this guide helped you save time and clear up some confusion, I'd really appreciate it if you could smash that like button. Sharing this with a friend who's just starting their smart home journey can make a huge difference, so don't hesitate to pass it along. And of course, make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on more life-changing tech tutorials like this. If you have any questions or want some personalized setup tips, just drop a comment below. I read every single one. And if you're interested in detailed step-by-step guides for other tech topics, hit that subscribe button now to join our weekly automation masterclasses. Finally, if you found this content valuable, help us create more by liking the video, sharing it with your tech groups, and subscribing. Next week, we're diving into some advanced automations that are going to blow your mind, so stay tuned.